Hello, this is Coach Musa, and in this video tutorial, I am going to take you through step by step on a simplified version, but very fundamental steps you can follow to help you learn how to draw your areas of support and your areas of resistance before advancing to the bigger chart. So watch this video until the end, and I believe it will be very helpful. Now let's dive in and we'll see how we get rolling. Open your trading view and then go on the watch list of the coins you've been trading. The third thing you're going to do is go to a higher time frame. Let's take it 4 hours time frame. Then in that 4 hours time frame, increase the height and the size of your candle. Now this time the color doesn't matter. It can be a red candle, it can be a green candle. Just what you need to do, identify the high of that particular candle, then identify the low of that particular candle. Then on the high of that candle, pick your horizontal line and then draw that horizontal line to touch the high of that candle. Pick the same horizontal line, put it on the low of that very candle. Now you have your area of resistance and you have your area of support, or you have your line of resistance and then you have your line of support. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to pick a vertical line, draw it across, draw it vertically, and let it touch that very candle on which you've drawn the horizontal line on the high and the low. Then the next thing you're going to do is you want to check it out, because at this time it won't make any sense because it is just one candle, right? With a horizontal line at the high and another horizontal line at the low. Now to ensure that it makes a little sense to you, you're going to go to a lower time frame, preferable 30 minutes. Now, when you go to the lower time frame, what is the goal of going to the lower time frame? You want to monitor. You want to see if at all, at any one point, the two lines you've drawn acted as any area of support or acted as any line of support or any line of resistance previously, before the price action actually reaching to the very point you have drawn your vertical line. That is the goal. And indeed, you realize that as you monitor through along the two lines, you're going to see that severally price action has been respecting these two lines. On the resistance line, probably you'll see that at some point, that resistance line you've drawn on top of the high of that very candle was previously acting as a support, and also at some point it was acting as a resistance. Now the same applies to the lower line, which you drew as your support line. You realize that back in history, price action has been actually respecting this support. So there are points where it is acting as a support, and then there's points where it is acting as a resistance. So that's how simple you can easily draw an area of support and resistance, and it makes sense to you. Now you can as well use two candles, two consecutive candles. Now still the color doesn't matter. It can be a bullish candle, it can be a bearish candle. The most important thing is to identify between the two candles where price reached highest. That is where you will draw your line, which will act as your resistance line. Then between the two candles, you're also going to identify where the price reached lowest, and that is where you're going to draw your horizontal line, which will act as your support. And then you're going to switch from a higher time frame, which is the 4 hours time frame you drew your support and resistance lines on the two candles, to a lower time frame, which is the 30-minute time frame. And then you're going to now monitor through history as you look back, as you play back, to see how price action has been playing in between and about or above the two lines which you've drawn as your support and resistance line. And trust me, you will appreciate that indeed drawing areas of support or lines of support and resistance is really very simple. And once you understand this concept very well, the bigger concept of drawing the support and resistance lines in the bigger chart becomes very simple. Therefore, you'll appreciate technical analysis of price action when you're doing it and you want to try. Join me in my next video where I will be sharing with you the bigger picture now on how you can draw your areas of support and resistance in the bigger chart, having developed and understood a simple concept of beginning to draw the support and resistance line from the smaller single candle in a higher time frame, then advancing it to the bigger chart. Yeah. So see you again and be blessed.